'Cause I'm always heading your way, and I know exactly what I'm looking for. And as we grow, I'll keep running till I can no more. You'll always be the one I want at midnight. You'll always steal my breath away, yeah. You'll always be my heart and my life, every second, every day.
Do you want stuff in a taxi waiting outside or a private car?
I beg your pardon?
I said it was the taxi which is a bit slow waiting for him, or a private car, because the one that's gone for the other is not necessary for say.
Hello one and all, welcome
what I
to
thought.
another instalment from the channel that is Jono's Graveyard Jaunts. In today's video I'm in the beautiful county of Northamptonshire, specifically in the very picturesque village of Longbuckby. I would like to dedicate today's video to an old school friend by the name of Mark Lehman, who is a huge fan of the person who features in today's instalment of Jono's Graveyard Jaunts. Now the person we shall be talking about today is a man by the name of Stanley Unwin, who is also sometimes known as Professor Stanley Unwin. Now the first map shows where the county of Northamptonshire sits in relation to the UK, and the second map shows where the village of Longbuckby sits in relation to the county of Northamptonshire itself. So Stanley Unwin was a British comedian, actor and writer. He invented his own comic language, Unwinese, which was referred to in the film Carry On Regardless as Gobbledygook.
Well, I don't realise the problem's zone for this thing like this. I don't get the message home for weeks and on him a day and trying to concept these peatloaf.
He says he feels very cut up about it, and he's been trying to tell you personally about it for weeks to soften the blow.
Unwinese was a corrupted form of English in which many of the words were altered in playful and humorous ways, as in its description of Elvis Presley and his contemporaries as being, and I quote, Wasp-waist and Swivel-Hippy, end of quote. Unwin claimed that the inspiration came from his mother, who once told him that on the way home she had Falolloped, or fallen over, and grazed her Kneeclabbers. Stanley Unwin himself was born in Pretoria, South Africa, to British parents. Following the death of his father in 1914, due to the family's poverty, Unwin's mother arranged for the family to return to England.
Stanley Unwin led a very different life. Born in South Africa in 1911, his family moved back to England when he was a child. Sadly, his mother struggled to cope, and Stanley was sent off to an orphanage.
Unwin's mother worked as a cook at Borough Road Police Station. Now, by 1919, Unwin had been sent to the National Children's Home in Congleton, Cheshire. And in the late 1920s, he studied radio, television and languages at Regent Street Polytechnic in London. All based in Birmingham from 1947 to 1951, Unwin made his first accidental transmission. Whilst testing equipment, he handed the microphone to broadcaster F.R. Buckley, who ad-libbed a spoofed commentary about an imaginary sport called Fash. That's spelled S for sugar, A-S-C-H-E. Buckley then encouraged Unwin to join in and introduced him as Codlington Corthicite, handing back the microphone, whereupon Unwin continued in Unwinese. The recording was played back to the BBC producers, who added sound effects. The producers of Mirror of the Month, the show found it amusing enough to broadcast, and soon afterwards Unwin received a letter of praise from the performer Joyce Grenfell, which encouraged him to go into show business. He also appeared in several movies, including Fun at Fanny's, Carry On Regardless and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. In 1969, Unwin appeared in Jerry Anderson's Super Marionation TV series, The Secret Service, both in person and as the voice of the puppet character Father Stanley Unwin, whose appearance was based on him. Now, Unwin died at Danetry Hospital in Daventry on the 12th of January 2002, aged 90 years old. He's buried in the churchyard at Long Buckley with Francis, who predeceased him in 1993. So here we are at the final resting place of Stanley Unwin, sometimes known as Professor Stanley Unwin, in the beautiful and picturesque English village of Long Buckby in Northamptonshire. All you can hear literally is the birds chirping. It's a beautiful spot and a beautiful location, just very near to the church, about 10 metres away as you're going down the hill. In loving memory of Stanley Unwin, engineer and entertainer in radio, television and films, 7th of the 6th, 1911, 12th of the 1st, 2002, and his dear wife Frances Ann, 23rd of the 9th, 1916, 2nd of the 11th, 1993. And there he is with some of his Unwinese there, reunited in the heavenly abode, deep joy. Rest in peace, Stanley and Francis. Thank you for years of entertainment. God bless. Reunited. I think that's really interesting and unique about Stanley Unwin. None of the Unwinese was scripted. He just went into it like a rapper goes on stage and raps. He could just turn it on and turn it off, literally like a switch. And he spoke it like a second language. And he was a genuine one-off, not a product of the variety days, but quite literally unique. Now that concludes the video, guys. Thank you for watching.